Hey there, it's Alexander with you. Hope everybody is fine today. No matter where you are, you can join the adventure. Follow us on Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook at Experts Adventure in Russia. Dive deeper into the chaos. Surely I'm in conversation on the Experts in Russia info online forum. And don't forget our YouTube channel, where we share short, snappy videos about the fascinating topics from our podcast episodes. Hit that like button and share our podcast with your friends. Because what's an adventure without a few fellow experts to laugh with? So, guys, get ready as we jump into the fun and lively world of Russian folklore music. Well, if you think Russian music is all about babushkas belting out tunes while playing the balalaika, well, you are not entirely wrong. But there is so much more to uncover. Imagine a world where every song tells a story, from epic tales of heroic deeds to quirky anecdotes about village life. Russian folklore music is like the ultimate musical gossip column that dates back centuries. It's here that you will meet legendary characters who sing their way through life's ups and downs, accompanied by instruments that sound like they have personalities of their own. So, tune your ears to the sounds of ancient Russia, where the music carries the weight of history and a dash of mythical charm. Whether it's the deep, resonant hum of a chorus echoing through the taiga or a lively tune at a community feast, these melodies are guaranteed to whisk you away to a length of folklore and fun. Get ready to tap your feet, maybe twirl a little, and let the rich tapestry of Russian folklore singing add a splash of musical magic to your day. So let's go. Russian folk music dates back to the early Slavic tribes and has evolved significantly over the centuries. Initially oral and communal, it was passed down from generation to generation in the form of songs, dances, and ceremonial music. These themes often revolved around daily peasant life, historical events, and folklore tales, which included mythical creatures and heroic adventures. During the medieval periods, as Russia converted to Orthodox Christianity, the influence of Byzantine music introduced new religious themes and choral styles into Russian folk music. This melding of pagan and Christian traditions created a unique musical genre characterized by deep, resonant singing that could be heard in both sacred settings and village gatherings. One of the most distinctive features of Russian musical folklore is its use of a wide range of musical instruments, many of which are unique to Russia. For example, balalaika. Perhaps the most iconic Russian instrument, the balalaika is a triangular stringed instrument played with the fingers or as plectrum. Domra. Similar to the balalaika, but with a round body, the domra produces a mellower sound and is played with a plectrum. It is essential for performing the rapid, intricate melodies typical of Russian folk music. Next, bayan. This type of button accordion is known for its deep, rich bars and is used extensively in folk music ensembles to provide harmonic and rhythmic support. And the last one, gusli, one of the oldest types of Russian stringed instruments. Russian folk songs typically feature modal melodies, which are scales that use intervals different from most Western music. This gives Russian music its distinctive harmonic character, and the rhythms in Russian folk songs can be complex but dynamic. Vocally, Russian folk music is renowned for its rich choral traditions. The traditional Russian choral music involves large groups singing in tight harmonies that blend beautifully with a strong emphasis on deep, resonant bass voices that are a hallmark of Russian choral music. Songs often tell stories or are linked to specific rituals, seasons, or celebrations, such as work songs sung by peasants during their labor. These songs helped coordinate efforts and lighten the workload. Next one, lyrical songs, reflecting personal feelings and emotions. These songs are often melancholic, expressing longing, love, or sadness.
Что стоишь, качаясь, тонкая рябина, головой склоняясь, до самого тына.
In the Soviet era, folk music was both promoted as the music of the people and used as a tool for promoting Soviet ideology. However, the authentic traditions continued to thrive in rural areas, and the post Soviet revival of interest in folk traditions has brought about a renaissance of Russian folk music, with numerous festivals and performances celebrating traditional Russian music and dance. Nowadays, Russian musical folklore remains a vibrant part of Russia's cultural heritage, celebrated not only within Russia, but also appreciated worldwide for its depth, diversity, and distinctive beauty. Its ongoing popularity underscores the universal appeal of music that resonates with the human experience, transcending time and place.
Издалека долго течет река Волга, течет река Волга, конца и края нет среди хлебов спелых, среди снегов белых течет моя Волга, а мне 17 лет. Валенки, да валенки, ой, да не подшиты старенькие, нельзя валенки носить, не в чем к миленькой сходить. Валенки, валенки, эх, не подшиты старенькие.
So, in today's episode, I would like to draw your special attention to Russian romances, a genre of emotion and poetic beauty. Russian romances, or romances in Russian, are a distinctive and deeply emotional genre of vocal music that has played a significant role in the country's cultural and musical heritage. These lyrical songs, often characterized by their expressive melodies and poignant lyrics, blend elements of folk music, classical traditions, and poetic artistry. And let's have a talk about the history a little bit. Russian romances emerged in the 19th century, becoming especially popular during the Romantic era. They evolved from a combination of traditional Russian folk songs and Western European art songs, influenced by the works of composers like Schubert and Glinka. Initially, romances were performed in intimate settings such as salons and aristocratic gatherings, where the emphasis was on the emotional delivery of the music and the lyrical content. Romances are typically written for voice and piano, with the vocal line carrying the main expressive weight. The melodies are often flowing and lyrical, designed to highlight the singer's emotional range. The lyrics of Russian romances are deeply poetic, often exploring themes of love, longing, heartbreak, and nature. They are usually based on the works of famous Russian poets like Pushkin, Lermontov, and Fete. The piano accompaniment provides a rich harmonic backdrop, enhancing the emotional impact of the words and melody. The interplay between voice and piano is crucial, with the piano often echoing or complementing the vocal line. Well, now it's high time to talk about key figures in this genre. And I would like to point out Alexander Alyapiev, one of the earliest composers of Russian romances, known for his work The Nightingale, which remains a quintessential piece in the genre. Next goes Mikhail Glinka, often considered the father of Russian classical music. Glinka composed several notable romances that set the standard for later works. And of course, Pyotr Ilyich Tchaikovsky. Although best known for his symphonies and ballets, Tchaikovsky also contributed significantly to the Romance genre with pieces like None But the Lonely Heart. And one more, Sergei Rachmaninov. Rachmaninov's romances are renowned for their deep emotional intensity and technical complexity, with songs like Vocalize showcasing his mastery. And what about famous singers? Surely they are all known all over the world. For example, Fyodor Shaliapin, a legendary bass singer who brought dramatic depth and gravitas to the performance of Russian romances. Galina Vishnevskaya, a renowned soprano known for her powerful and emotive interpretations of the genre. Dmitry Khvorostovsky, a modern baritone celebrated for his performances of Russian romances, blending rich vocal timbre with profound emotional expression. Russian romances are often described as a mirror of the Russian soul, capturing the intense emotional landscape that characterizes much of Russian art and literature. Beyond the aristocratic salons, romances have permeated Russian popular culture, being performed in concert halls, radio broadcasts, and recordings, making them accessible to a wide audience. Today, Russian romances continue to be performed and recorded by modern artists who bring new interpretations to these timeless pieces while maintaining their emotional core. Some contemporary musicians blend elements of Russian romances with jazz, rock, and other genres, creating innovative and hybrid forms that appeal to modern listeners.
Я помню чудное мгновенье, передо мной явилась ты, как мимолетное видение, как гений чистой красоты, как гений чистой красоты.
Избранник мой милый, забудем, что было, избранник мой милый, забудем, что было, избранник мой милый, чудеснее нет силы, чем сила любви. Пусть плещет вино, я пью, все мне мало, я пью, все мне мало, уж пьяную стала, я пью, все мне мало, уж пьяную стала, и кружится зала, я пью, все мне мало, я пью, все мне мало, уж пьяную стала, и кружится зала, тебе все равно.
Очи черные, очи жгучие, очи страшные и прекрасные, как люблю я вас, как боюсь я вас, знать увидел вас, я не добрый час.
And some words about modern Russian folklore music. Modern Russian folklore music, often referred to as neo-folklore or contemporary ethnic music, presents a fascinating fusion of traditional motifs with modern musical elements. This genre reflects both a revival and a reimagining of Russia's rich musical heritage, adapting it to contemporary tastes and global influences. Contemporary Russian folk musicians often blend traditional instruments and melodies with modern music genres such as rock, jazz, electronic, and pop. This fusion creates a unique sound that appeals to both younger audience and traditionalists. Bands like Ottava Yo, Buranovsky Babushki, and Pelagia have gained popularity in Russia and abroad by mixing folk tunes with modern rhythms and instruments, making folk music accessible and appealing to a wider audiences. The modern folk music movement in Russia is a part of a broader interest in cultural roots and identity. Many contemporary artists are not only preserving traditional songs, but also revitalizing them, adding new lyrics or rearranging them to fit contemporary musical standards. This revival often involves extensive research into musical archives, ethnographic expeditions to remote villages, and collaborations with older folk singers to ensure authenticity and respect for the source material.
Улетай на крыльях ветра, ты в край родной, родная песня наша. Туда, где мы тебя свободно пели, где было так привольно нам с тобою.
And do not forget about the arranging of festivals and performances. Modern Russian folk music is prominently featured in numerous festivals that celebrate folk culture, such as the World of Siberia Festival in Novosibirsk, Усадьба Jazz, and the International Folk Festival Mir Sibiri. These events showcase the vibrancy of the folk scene and serve as platforms for emerging artists to reach larger audiences. They also highlight the importance of folklore in contemporary cultural discourse, promoting a sense of national pride and heritage. And in conclusion, I would like to add that Russian musical folklore and romances are a cherished part of Russia's cultural heritage, offering a profound and intimate musical experience that bridges the gap between folk traditions and classical music. These genres continue to touch hearts and evoke deep feelings, maintaining their relevance and popularity in Russia's cultural heritage. Thanks for tuning in to this delightful dive into the world of Russian folklore and romances. We hope you enjoyed the journey through mystical melodies and love-laden lyrics. Remember, whether you are belting out a balalaika ballad or just humming along, there is always a bit of Russian romance in the air. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media channels for more musical adventures and share this episode with your friends, because everyone could use a little more folklore fun in their lives. Until next time, guys, keep the music playing and the stories flowing. До свидания, bye bye, and happy listening.